Welcome back, everyone, to the complete Pineleaf. Out to the north, we have On the Hare's Folly, and today we will probably be heading out there because I suspect that that is where Langlo is going to be sending us. Hello there, I've been sent to help. Pineleaf, keep your head low at. I meant no offense, my friend. Yes. Let us speak swiftly and quietly about what is to be done with the orcs nearby. I have not come alone, but Meham and I cannot defend against their numbers. As for the lore master, Artemir does not even have any weapons to wield. He imagines this is some sort of careless expedition, I think. I hope he realizes his folly soon. Or his folly? Anyway, but not by any orcish blade. Yes, most of their forces are gathered up ahead, up on the hill on Ornhair's Folly, but a small outpost lies to the northeast, just over the ridge. We know little of their intent, but I worry that they aim to endanger the host of the West before it reaches the Black Gate, even if their master wishes otherwise. We must learn more about the purpose at Onhair's Folly, but I shall not risk a direct attack until we know more. Travel to their outpost and see if you can discover anything from the orcs encamped there. Alright, fine. I need to patrol Ashtok to the north. Okay, I guess Ashtok is it's to the north, but not as. Oh, Ashtok is more to the east than to the north. I just want to make sure that nobody else has any quests here. Mingham doesn't need me to do anything. And as for the oh, there's the lore master right over there. He's just staying out of the way. And unfortunately, we've got a few stray things that want to be killed. Actually, I probably don't have to really kill them because this is one of those daily quests that keeps on popping up. Yes, get your quota of killing monsters within the waste, right? Yeah, continued calling. So we shall call, call, call. I figure I'll be calling more than my share over the time coming through here now. Ah! I guess he means this outpost of the orcs. Yeah, there's probably an orc or three here, or has been at some point. A few orcs roam about the outpost, pausing to pick up the numerous bones piled within. Oh, fun. A bone horde. Oh, good grief. Alright, fine. This is why I have javelins. So that I could deal with things like this. Because I have a feeling I have to go through this quite a bit. Now, I was trying to figure out what does a champion do in this particular scenario. Yes, I know they can fire a bow if they wish. Okay, a berg. A berg is even tougher. Could you just imagine having nothing but a couple of knives to throw in order to handle that particular scenario? Because I can't think of any way of getting up there. I mean, what do? You just try to stealth in, maybe? I suppose that's possible. But, okay. But of course, you do have that inevitable problem. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There you go. Of course, there's always the possibility that you might attract them to come down. That might be what you do, is you put yourself in a position where they'll have to jump down. Because they seem to be quite capable of doing that. Now, am I supposed to be doing anything here? Ah, let's see. Oh, read the smudge. Oh, I already found the orders. All right. And these guys don't count as being foes in the Nomad lands apparently, because I didn't get credit for calling of these. So I should just read the orders and get out of here. Well, as soon as this guy is dead, then I can get out of here. Hey, mind if I read the orders and just call this a draw? Nah. Alright, let's head up here and find out what's on here. Alright. New sacrifices. We have nearly exhausted our supply of Gondorian prisoners, but I have heard tell of a great force of men approaching from the southwest. Capture any that draw too close and make ready to deliver them at Faltor-Sheik. After you have claimed these men, return to Mordor and gather any weak or elderly Nirnhoth that you can find. Promise them freedom from their shackles, but instead deliver them unto me upon the hill of sacrifice, the blood letter. Okay. Let me see like this. You're going to look for weak Nirnhoth, promise them freedom, and you're going to send them to a sacrificial stone instead. I mean, really? Those guys are evil! Okay. What part of Mordor do you not understand? I'm back from the encampment. What have you learned from the orcs' plans, Pineleaf? Were you able to recover any orders from them? Yes, it appears that they're sacrificing prisoners in that place. Our foes to the north are great in number, as we expected, but I am left with more questions. The identity of this blood letter is unknown to us. They also have many unfortunate prisoners in their keeping, but we don't know what or where this Faltor-Sheik could be. It troubles me, my friend. Much of this writing is in Westron. For that what purpose is a single phrase in the tongue of the orcs? I assumed this bringing along the lore masters such as Artemir might have been a great help to us in our chance find, but the man seems repulsed at the mere mention of black speech. The poor fellow should have stayed back at Harendir. It seems Manda was wise to ask for Meham's aid after all. The ranger is well learned in the language of the enemy. Bring the missive to Meham and see what he can make of it. Well, alright. At least one ranger took the correspondence course for black speech. Hello there. I was wondering if you could translate this word for me, even though as a player I know exactly where they're at. What's this missive you bear? By my reading of these orders, I understand that here's folly and Faltor-Sheik to be the very same, and it seems that the orcs have made something far worse of the hill than a mere strategic holding. That phrase, Faltor-Sheik, it means the Fane of Screaming. Such a name, it affords new significance to the grim structures that tower over the hill. It is not merely an orcish encampment, my friend. It is a temple of slaughter. Well, the Fane of Screaming. What a vile name for a place of such sorrow for the people of Gondor. I've heard tales told by Aragorn of the king of old, Ondaher, and his fate that traveled far to meet him in these lands. I believe that is a tale better told by Artemir, and in less pressing times. Suffice to say, a king of Numenorean blood laid low by the enemy's servants is not soon to be forgotten. They have twisted the loss of Gondor into a monument to their own master. It is clear that these orcs have defiled the hill, and fear many of the Dark Lord's prisoners have met their end on the summit, and without the mercy of a swift death. Even in wartime, and with a great battle looming, I cannot abandon those that still remain to such a fate. I could not forgive myself for turning away from their pain, Pineleaf, and I believe Aragorn will consider this a proper course as well. Travel to Ordinhere's Folly and free all the prisoners that you can find. I shall keep watch for your return, my friend. Of course! This big, dangerous one into the middle of this camp that's too dangerous for 3 people to go, but don't worry, we will send 1 hobbit there. Oh, looks like I've got another quest here at the same time. And what do you need me to do? I say I need to free 6 tortured captives.
We will purge these lands yet.
Yes, and we'll purge them of those orcs in there. Yes, the Fane of Screamings. Is this truly the name that they have bestowed upon the site of the King's Fall? If the orcs sought to provoke us through insults, I shall let them consider this a victory, but it will be their last. It has been long since we moved against the orcs of the waste directly, and I believe it likely an assault would catch them by surprise. I no longer doubt your place among the rangers, my friend, for you have done much to aid my company, and I trust that you would do so again. Yes, rangers of the north, rangers of the south, pretty much the same. Kill 15 orcs. Alright, let me just make sure the lore master doesn't have anything for me yet. Not yet. He does have a quill, though. Once those orcs are gone, I would much like to study the location of King Ornahair's Fall. Stuart Denethor's dream has come to pass through the leader of this host, but I wonder yet why Ornahair's banner came so clearly in his mind. Well, interesting. Why would it? Well then, perhaps we'll find out when we get there. The way this thing looks, it seems to me that just going inside of there will make it renamed Pineleaf's Folly. Well, look at that. These sentries can actually see. Ornahair's Folly reeks still of blood and death. Even after all of these years. Well, considering that there are sacrifices being made here, I would think that it will still be doing. New deed. Foe slayer of... Oh, you have got to be kidding. Another one of those locations where they decided that it needs its own, especially sharp-eyed sentries. That's the first thing that this place boasts. And I'm supposed to sneak into here and free several prisoners. Well, at least I should have no trouble finding 15 mobs to kill, because they are all over the place. And I think this place also sports several purchases where you've got, yeah, archers up on top of these. How do the orcs get up there, I wonder? I mean, it has to be at least plausible so that the orcs find a way in order to get to those places. Right? Maybe they have a ladder. If they get up there by a ladder and they stay up there until the end of the shift, then someone puts up a ladder and they can climb down. I suppose that could be reasonably plausible. Now, I need to, well, obviously get by these guys. But I also need to get into the center area. Oh, there is a prisoner up this way. Accursed and lost. As you explore Ornahair's Folly, an unusual sight drifts into view. In the distance, a shifting shade of a Gondorian warrior floats around the temple. Oh, that guy. Seemingly beneath the notice of the nearby orcs of Mordor. It is unclear if this shade is a cursed man of Gondor or a fell spirit holding a form familiar to you, but something compels you to investigate. Okay. Attempt to talk to the shade. Well, I will do that after I free this prisoner. Well, he doesn't look like a Gondorian. Well, I guess we could just free the prisoner. Does he say anything? So many dead. All right. Well, I guess I'll have to find that. Oh. Oh, yeah, there he is. Well, he can get up there. Wait, I must have a really good throwing arm. Being able to, oh, let's see, torturer, defiler. Oh, of course, the defiler is. Something tells me this is starting a new quest, right? Well, I'll have to remove that one end. Watchful eyes. As you enter into on the Here's Folly, you hear the familiar rustling chorus of Cloth in the Wind. The orcs of Folly have erected many banners, so I need to burn 8 banners. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. So, we get that. We need, oh. Defilers. Signature defilers. What could be worse than a defiler? A signature defiler, of course. Right. Okay, I've run into things that are worse. Yes, like half trolls and ugh, defiled remains. Okay, fine. These don't count for that quest anyway. Burn remains of slain in Onahair's Folly. Yes. A final dignity. Okay, now I guess I'll have to. Oh, good grief! This place is. Well, probably best not to use the words that come to my mind on that. Oh no. See, this is probably worst possible scenario here. Especially when they steal my weapons. No. Stop it! And let me do my actions too. Yeah. All right. Okay. It doesn't help that I think that's a whip, but it sounds a lot like a. Oh, well, no wonder he's a signature also. Oh, good. And you know how much I love signatures that have special abilities, especially when you got 2 at the same time. Oh, come on! How can you have 2 of them in a row? Oh, good. I what? You stop their heal so they immediately cast another one? I mean, that is. Good grief. All right, there you go. Now let's free another prisoner. My suffering is finally over. Now. Alright, let's take care of this one. So I have to clear this place out and find that shade. Will I find that shade? And will I be able to free all the prisoners? We have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pine Leaf.